Okay, just the people I came with. This is from my zine, Everlasting Road Trip. This is the story of two people, my husband Patrick and I, in their first year of marriage, taking turns driving bleary-eyed through unfamiliar places that had been labeled the Denver North Zone. The zone was decided by someone in a corporate office a handful of years ago. An awful lot of it is not really north of Denver or even close to it. Maybe there's a dartboard at the corporate office that they use to decide these things. Gillette, Wyoming. Wind is an entity. It flings open doors and flies into buildings like the Old Testament God. The locals hardly seem to notice. They walk through the flung open doors like they assume the wind is just being a gentleman. North Platte, Nebraska. You can drive around the same place where Buffalo Bill used to live, and it's just normal. The mail truck parked at the corner, sprinklers oscillating on lawns. And all the flat land in between. Endless, endless roads. Endless yellow-brown prairie laid out, stitched together with telephone wires unspooling overhead. The road cracked from the dry heat. The hills you can't see over until you're coming down the other side. What mountains are those in the distance? El Paso, Texas. On one stay, we drive through the neighborhoods to look at Christmas lights. It's 60 degrees and windy, and houses are dripping with string-light icicles that twinkle slowly on and off. A blow-up snow globe is staked down in one front yard, and in another, plastic reindeer pull a sleigh over gravel and sand. All the Christmas lights in the world can't compete with the way the city glitters across the ground. I've never been in a place that was so far and so different from my hometown, yet felt so much like home. Should Have Been a Cowboy plays at the Cowboy Dance Bar. We don't know how to two-step. Both of us think we could, but we can't figure out how to dance in sync with each other. So we stand off to the side and watch other couples dance and smile. Everyone is wearing cowboy boots. Older couples move with mastery, big belt buckles shining silver as they spin each other in perfect time. I remember how many times I listened to this song on the radio in the garage with my grandpa back when he still smoked cigarettes. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I buy tire chains at Walmart. We've been in Colorado for 6 days. I've never heard of tire chains before today, and I can't imagine how to use them. There are so many places where it seems you can just slide right off the road even in dry weather, and now a blizzard is rolling in. Las Vegas, Nevada. Patrick, Jim, and I are at a gas station at the outer end of the strip one night. Jim buys a tall boy, and Patrick and I buy a whole bottle of champagne, and the three of us walk and sip, passing the bottle back and forth. We wander through all the fancy casinos, Caesar's Palace, MGM. In the Bellagio, they have an indoor garden, all in autumn theme. I forgot until just now that it's October. The animatronic squirrel slowly moves its tail on its perch in a fake oak tree. The tail moves, I exclaim. Hey, Patrick says, the squirrel's moving. That's what I just said. The only real live thing in the whole garden are tons of orange and yellow mums. Then we are outside at the fountains. Beyond the water, fake Paris is all aglow. I spent a lot of time alone in all the places we visited. While Patrick was at work, I wandered. Through downtowns, through parks, neighborhoods. I spent days in coffee shops and libraries, dingy antique and thrift stores, national monuments and national grasslands and national parks I had never before heard of. Pinyon pine, sagebrush, palm trees, agave, aspen. Rocks shouldering up to the sky. Buttes like ancient ships run aground, and abandoned castles, stock still in the hazy blue distance. Brown mountains slumped back like grandfathers on porch swings at the edge of the land. The moon and all the drive-through signs watching traffic slide beneath. Is this really the same world I was in this morning, all my life? Thanks.